And we are live.
So these theoretical monkeys, are they going to have like shit throwing attacks?
No, I think I'm gonna put laser beams on their heads.
I mean, they
The
have wrenches
monkeys
though.
with
Oh.
freaking laser beam.
Well, yeah. What do you think they need the wrenches for? So they can fix their lasers if they ever get broken. So yeah, I think cybernetic monkeys is the way to go.
Well, that's been that ones. Oh, these days are cursed. Let me put those away.
Welcome,
That's true.
everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Disorderly Decisions channel. It is Sunday night, and we playing Storm King's Thunder, also known over here as the Reign of Storms. How is everybody doing tonight?
Fantastic.
Immediately coughed.
Great.
Full of chili.
Whoop whoop.
Did you say bowl of chili?
I said full of chili.
He said bowl of chili, and I was like, all right, go off.
He dislodged his entire jaw and just stuck the entire bowl down, Grimlich style.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. That's the only way to eat chili. Just put a funnel in there and just say dump it in there. Oh
you
Lord.
doing, Vader?
Well, I am doing okay. I had a long drive today just to get back. And here I am. I saw the Minecraft movie today with my daughter. It was charming, to say the least.
Did anybody blow up your your whole
No,
experience?
there was literally 6 people in this movie theater, and the only people who said chicken jockey out loud were me and my daughter. We didn't throw
I
anything
could have left you alone
because
with that.
we have respect, but we did say it out loud. I think one other guy said it too, but it's
He's a
hard
real
to
one.
tell. Yeah. But other than that, I'm doing pretty well. Better than you guys are, at least in this game. Because you guys now are acting under the contract of Ifran Tauroa, tasked with a job to recover the egg of the Sun Tyrant, an ancient prehistoric dinosaur that existed in the before times that could harness the power of the sun to a destructive degree. You agreed to take this task in order to free Adelaide from any debt owed to Ifran, this being the only way he could see any resolution coming to your current predicament. So, as you agreed to his terms, he released, quote unquote, Adelaide to your party, and you guys spent the night preparing and discussing what the hell you were going to do. And all solutions stopped at, we need to just do what this guy wants us to do so he can get the hell away from us. So, you slept, you dreamed, you ate Hors d'oeuvres, and in the middle of the night, Zureg had a strange and violent dream, upon which, in the real world, he began to change and shift. And we didn't quite see exactly what all happened, but we heard a loud, resounding howl, a loud, resounding howl from that seemed to come from the land itself. Got to the morning. You guys wake up, have your Cocoa Puffs and your Sunny D, and then you gather your stuff up, ready to go. And now my mind is drawing a blank. I should have watched the last bit of last session. Did we teleport you yet?
Yeah, we went through a tree.
Yep.
Yeah, we went
You
through
went
a
through a
tree
tree.
and
we went to Chult, but
Okay. But you've been teleported to Chult, just not back in time.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then. As you guys emerge from this tree, your eyes have to take a moment to focus, as the sun shining here is a lot brighter, it seems, than it was back in Nonar's hold. And you immediately begin to feel sweat gathering on your flesh as you feel the warmth already here in the early morning. And as you guys all come out of this tree, let's roll for our disorder dice. And I will throw in some music. What you guys thinking? Toward the grove or a growing dread?
Growing
like a
dread.
growing dread.
Sounds about right.
All right.
Here's a die for you.
Oh yeah.
There.
All right. Starting off hot with one for me
That's one
and
for
a
us.
one for you.
Two for us.
Have a one, Vader.
Another one for you.
Another one for me.
One for us.
So I have 2, and y'all have 3.
And you have one more roll.
And then I will roll over here a 2. One for me.
Perfectly balanced.
Good balance.
I'm
Until-
going to immediately spend a disorder die
Oh, good lord.
for a narrative moment here. So go ahead and have that. As you guys enter or fully exit out into the street, and the portal behind you closes, back in Noanar's hold, that portal begins to close as well, and the lizard folk shaman that is standing there looks out to the distance and sees a large caravan of people coming to
Son of a
gates.
bitch.
Got him.
We at least
Yeah.
left
All
a
right.
note.
As our note flies off the table.
Hey, that's why he wanted
We
to get
gave
us
that
in
one to
and out so
Jeeves.
fast. He knew when they were showing up. These fuckers are coming. I need to get these people out. Now.
Well,
Jesus was reliable. Fine.
As Merc thinks, we didn't try to seduce Ifran. We could have seduced him. Maybe he would have taken mercy on us then.
you never know. But you guys appear in this thick jungle. It is alive with sounds of animals and insects, and you are, again, immediately hit with like a heat wave. Your brow becomes wet with beads of sweat, and it's just the morning time. The gear that you have on now is far too heavy. You need to find Ifran's clan. Adelaide will know the markings when she sees them. But you need to find where they are in this jungle. And you need to prove your worth to them so that you may be shown to the Sun Tyrant well, portal, for lack of a better term, and ushered in to find the egg. So as that door closes and you guys realize where you are, or at least Adelaide recognizes where she is, what do you do?
Well, we should probably take some layers off. It's pretty hot here. Maybe throw it in our bags.
Merc will look at everybody sweating. I assume as a dragon person he doesn't. So he's just kind of like looking at them, going, "What? You all are suddenly red."
You seem a little more lively.
Yeah, I don't feel as tired anymore.
I'm gonna take a look around and see if there's anything moving, anything watching us, anything out there. Just kind of taking in the whole scene.
All right, give me a perception check.
Goody. That is a 10.
A 10. It feels like there are many pairs of eyes watching you from all over this jungle. You see a small monkey hops down from a branch and curiously looks at you before it rushes off. A few others go with it. See the red little shiny laser eye in one of them. But they leave you alone for now. You hear the cawing of multiple birds. Even at your feet, the ground seems to move in some places as large beetles and invertebrate-like animals move about. There is rotten logs that have fallen down, that have been covered by different types of ferns and mosses, as well as multiple colored mushrooms and flowers. You watch as a large mosquito flies by a plant and it reaches out and snaps out and grabs it out of the air before comically swallowing it, and you watch as the little lump goes down its spine into the main branch that is wrapped around.
Adelaide will tell the group, well, I know how to get out of here. Let's just go to the town. She'll probably try to guide everybody out of there from the forest towards the town.
You don't know where at in the forest you are, and you don't know where town is in relativity to you guys. So you're going to need to do some navigation. So go ahead and give me a survival check.
Oh, I will.
Nice.
So 23.
Okay, 23. So your immediate instinct is like, okay, the best place to get is up so I can see around. So you climb to the top of a tree. I'll say with that 23, you're able to climb up to the top of a tree pretty easily. And you get up and you poke your head out of the canopy, and you look around, and give me a perception check.
Of course. That's an 8.
To the east, you see multiple wisps of smoke, like multiple like campfire smokes.
Can I? Well, I'll climb down and I will let the group know what I saw. Can I cast animal speaking? Is there anything that's intelligent enough around that I could get directions from?
From what you've seen so far, the most intelligent thing that's moved by you were those group of monkeys a few minutes ago, but they're gone.
And they're gone. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let them know. There's I see campfire that way. Maybe we'll head that way, but cautiously.
You know
Anybody
this place
coming?
better than
No?
us.
Merc will look around, and he'll just like go, "Yeah, I have nowhere idea about the woods,
Yeah.
Lead the
jungle."
way.
So you guys have taken off your cold gear and stored it in your packs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you guys are going to travel east towards the campfire. Adelaide, you did see them like a few miles, so you have a bit of traveling to do. And doing so here in the jungle is a little bit difficult because you will be traversing through essentially what is rough terrain, difficult terrain. So, why don't we do a first round of athletics, and I need to know who's leading and what order we're going in. So let's
Well, I'll lead.
figure out order first.
Adelaide will lead.
Ressig will be
Okay.
right next to her.
Um, does Zureg still need like assistance? He's probably gonna be at least leaning on Merc a little bit.
Yeah, I mean your wounds were healed, and as of last session, you felt like you felt more revitalized than you should. But ultimately, yeah, you did suffer a fatal blow, so you are a little uneasy.
Merc is gonna
but-
put him on Bluey for.
Okay.
I'm just kind of giving him that little bit of extra, not having to walk.
Millie will be by those guys.
Yeah, I guess Merc will take up the rear.
Okay. So, let's see. We have Adelaide and Restig up front next to each other. Millie's kind of next to Zurag, who is on Bluey, and Merc is pulling up the rear. Okay. Cool. So go ahead and give me athletics as you guys begin to move through.
So you said it was like mucky?
Yeah, it's like the ground is saturated in places, like really muddy, like your boots kind of get sucked in a bit as you're moving. There's vines and large plants all over the place. There's trees that you got to move through. There's thick bushes. You are traveling through a thick jungle. This seems to be
Really?
a very untraveled area.
Millie is going to remember that she has winged boots and just hover just ever so slightly above the ground so she doesn't have to worry about slipping.
Very good.
That's a 15 for Merc.
Okay.
14 for Adelaide.
16 for Ressig.
I got 25, but I don't know if that matters or if we get to roll for Bluey instead.
We'll use yours just for the sake of brevity, because Bluey is a drake. He's a large reptilian type creature. What did you roll there, Resig? You rolled
16?
physically,
15,
didn't you?
16?
Okay,
15 or 16. My
Yeah,
brain
that-
just forgot my numbers.
that's fine. So with Adelaide leading, you're having trouble finding a path that's even like able to be tempted. So it takes you a while, and you're moving pretty slowly. Like I said, the muck is soaking at your boots and all that stuff. You guys are just feeling like 20 pounds heavier because the more you move, the more you sweat, and the more time that goes by, the hotter it gets. So again, the more you sweat. So you guys are moving, at a slower pacing as Adelaide is the one leading. When you come to branches and stuff like that, Restig, you're able to kind of like pull them apart and pull them away so Adelaide can move in, and then you get in. Merc, as you are moving, Merc, you have Millie and Zurag in front of you, and Bluey's just kind of like thrusting his claws in places and like ripping down branches and like making it easier to get through for his large size plus the orc that's on his back. So your path is a little bit more traversable as Bluey clears the way here. So with how travel is going to work in this one. The person who's leading is the person who needs to make the actual success. While a group success moves you forward, a leader failure brings you closer to an encounter. So we have moved our first portion. Let's go ahead and do another set of athletics. If you want to switch leaders, you can. Or Adelaide, you can continue to lead.
I'll let
Up to you.
Resig
Yeah, I'll
be in the front.
lead with her guidance. Oh, nice. What?
That's a 25 for Merc.
Merc got a natural 20.
Digital dice forever.
What?
Merc is just stomping through these woods, energized by the light of the sun.
A 12 for Adelaide.
Okay.
17 for Resig.
Okay.
Nice middle ground.
23 for Zureg.
That sounds
He's in Zurak.
What'd you get, Millie?
You want me to roll, or do you want me to just like comp it with the boots?
I still want you to roll.
Okay.
Okay. No worries. So with Restig leading the way, travel is a little bit more quicker, and as as the time moves by, you guys are finding less dense areas to move through, so you're not having to stop to make a path and stuff like that. Only occasionally having to chop down a bush or two in front of your way. Let's see. Go ahead and roll me another set of athletics. So that's 1 leader fail, 1 leader pass. I won't tell you how many you need to get where you need to go. Just roll for me.
It's a 12 for
14 for Merc.
Adelaide.
Slowly climbing up. 19.
19.
Yeah. Sorry.
A 9. I got a nat 1 on that one.
Should Zurags be an advantage because he's on Bluey?
No.
No.
No. Because Blue is carrying him, plus also having to make paths, so it's equaling out. What did Adelaide roll?
12.
Okay, at 12s. Okay. All right. So while that is a leader success, that is a group failure. I need you all to roll me Constitution saving throws.
Plus 1 for the back people.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
17 for Adelaide.
18 for Resig.
Okay, so Millie and Merc, as you guys are traveling, it is, even though Merc, you're feeling a little bit better here in the sun, your travel is being harried by the fact that you weigh so much. Each footfall sinks into the muck, and you have to fight to pull your boot up almost with each and every step. Millie, you are flying, but just the heat is just getting to you, and now even your gear is starting to become a hindrance. You guys both will have a -1 penalty to all checks. Give me a perception check, leader.
All right. +6. Oh, good. For a total of 7. That's a natural 1.
All right.
I miss my halfling.
Through this, through you leading though, you have gotten to where like it's kind of like a little bit more open. You're not moving through such dense jungle foliage and stuff like that. And as you are getting, heading closer and closer towards your destination, moving upon, after a mile, after two, and you keep going, you start to smell the distinct smell of like fire and smoke.
And I smell it, but don't see any sign, any smoke in the air, or any light from a fire glowing through trees at all.
No, no, sir.
Okay, that's a natural one. I wouldn't expect much. Um, I'll pass the word down the line to keep an eye out for signs of smoke or fire. And then I'll
Merc will rip his boot out of the mud and go, "Yeah, we should like to find a camp soon.
we just started.
It's you see like the mud has hit like Merc's waist a couple times.
Jungle mud. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, while you guys are
good camouflage, Mark. Just keep it up. Just disguise your scent, and then I'll continue on.
while you guys are traveling, are you having any type of discussion, or are you guys just moving through this jungle quietly?
Probably quietly. Because Adelaide does not, well, she knows what's in the jungle, but she wants to be more concentrating on what's around.
Yeah, I'd pretty much be whispering back and forth with Adelaide for like direction as she's kind of more familiar. But other than that, be moving quietly.
Merc will point
Alright,
and go, "I've never seen a bird like that, or like that."
you see, as you guys follow his finger, sitting on top of a tree is this like magnificent looking black colored bird, but the top of its head is crimson red, and it's got this long, sharp, curved black beak. And as it like looks at you, it cocks its head and does that insane thing that birds can do as they just like move it all over the place, and like you watch as it like spins around and bites into it. It lets out a loud like screech as it opens up its wings, and it flies off into the canopy.
How big is this
Roll
bird?
me it's if from feet to head, about 2.5 feet tall.
Damn, that's a big ass bird.
Yeah, it's a big bird. Yeah.
Does Adelaide know
Yeah.
what kind of bird it is?
You want to make a nature check?
Yes, I do. With a +0. Oh, that's a 3.
You've never seen this type of bird before.
We are
It's,
rolling hot tonight.
It's beautiful and a little bit intimidating, but you don't know what kind it is. And I have my colors mismatched. It has a black head, red body.
Okay.
Ooh, I've never seen that bird either.
Then it must be a new one. I'm going to call it the
Probably.
Murky's Terror Glider.
Great.
The Murky's Terror Glider comes back and rips Merc's eyes out, flies off with him.
What a good bird! Terror Glider!
Go ahead and make me another athletics as you move through, following the smell of smoke.
-1.
That's real good. 25.
11 for Adelaide.
Come on. Pass this.
21.
17.
All right. So you guys move forward again. Again, as you travel, it seems like hours are going by, but you're making a little bit more, legway here, as Ressig seems to lead the way. Their wood elf heritage kind of transferring over here, becoming more akin to the forest, and Ressig's personality being that of kind of like, I like to spend more time out in the woods than I do with people. Uh, it's jungle translate to a deciduous forest pretty easily. There's dangers in that type of forest, the same as here, and there's things to watch out for, and you're able to pinpoint them out, and you continue moving forward until you really start to smell smoke, and then now you can see it as you're moving through, and it seems like the trees kind of give way to a bit of like a swamp water. In fact, you begin to step in it as the path seems to kind of fade in places, dipping in and out of this swampy, like lily pad and other like aqua favoring plants growing around. There are trees that have kind of tilted sideways as they sink into the wet water here, and give me a perception check there, leader.
Good at these. Even if only I could roll good at these. That's 10. I have a +6, so see how good I'm rolling
Okay.
on those.
From just your feet going into it immediately covers up to your ankle. You can only imagine that the water gets a little deeper as it goes forward. And as you are looking, you do see what looks to be through some trees, what looks to be like a like thatched hut of sorts.
Is it like complete water, no sign of any trees or anything we could cross to get to that hut? Or is it just empty water?
Just the water stretches out until the next landmass, which seems to support this hut.
Okay, but nothing to the sides.
No,
You could cross on.
not from the direction you're coming.
All right, and not with a tent.
Yeah, there's actually like a rock wall that goes up rather high. That kind of sandwiches, or not sandwiches, but forms the smaller border of this otherwise large-looking water source.
Well, anyone fancy a swim?
You'll see Merc is like eyeing the swampy water, and even though he's like a city boy, he'll go, oddly enough, yes, I don't know what it is, but
Adelaide's gonna like,
really
no,
like the swampy water.
no, Mark, I don't think you want anything to do with the swamp.
I've-
The black dragonborn will like kind of start to move forward, like very interested in the swamp water.
What if
Can I
we
try
do,
to
like,
stop him?
Hold on.
You can, yeah.
You can-
You can try to stop him if you want.
Yeah, I'm like, Mark, you can take a shower later, a bath later, once we get out of the jungle. You don't need to go into that water.
Well, unfortunately, we might all have to go into that water because if that's where you're leading us, there's no way to cross.
Do we see like a bridge or anything, like a tree that's fallen that you could cross without getting in the water?
I already
No.
asked that.
I'm sorry. lost in my dice.
You do not, unfortunately.
Merc's like, imagine if we were like hidden underneath the surface of the water. We could ambush anybody. We'd be undetectable under there.
That's kind of the problem with crossing the water. We're not the ones in it. It's a
You
good
see, like,
plan.
even as you're like talking to him, he's not looking at you. He like keeps looking at the water, and like you see those like reptilian eyes like flickering. He's like, he's having a little bit of a draconic heritage moment here, as he's like, the might of the swamp flows through me, mighty predator of swamp.
Give me a perception check, Merc. You're looking at the water.
We
Can
know how good
Adelaide-
Merc is at the.
Can Adelaide throw something into the swamp?
That's
Sure.
a 2.
Oh.
Merc's looking at the water. Something splashes in front of him, just blinds him immediately.
Now, Merc, you're looking in the water, and like you said, like your draconic heritage, and like just something, it's strange to you, but like it's compelling. So you almost can't question it. It's just like, I need to be in this.
I need to be in the water.
And then
Merc will
Adelaide
start to
throws
take off his
something in
armor.
there. And it splashes, and there's a lot of ripple, and these like all these lily pads move and stuff like that. Frogs jump off and croak in distress, and some bugs take off, and like swarms of these little like gnats kind of fly all around and start to flitter around you a bit. And Merc begins to take off his armor.
Um,
Why are you getting naked?
Yeah.
Need to be in that water.
Oh, Mark,
Bow.
keep the armor on. You might need it.
I can't swim in the armor. It's too heavy.
can Adelaide look around to see if with the splash is something like coming this way? Did it like attract anything?
After the water settles, the ripples stop. The water goes to a still state again.
Mark, do you know how to swim?
Yeah. It's like walking underwater, right?
No, you gotta move your limbs to keep you afloat.
And
Have you swam before? You lived underground for a long time.
Aldrin comes off. Yeah, I got this.
If you plan on
Natural
walking
swimmer.
on the bottom, maybe you could keep the armor on. It'll help you stay close to the ground.
Really, like, no, don't encourage this.
But look, what if we were in the swamp water? Only you guys are hearing me out on this. Bluey, what do you think?
I think you could use Bluey to ferry you across. Why don't you
Bluey
just
has
hop
already
on
started to walk into it
Exactly.
with
Hop on.
Zurag on his back.
Wait, Bluey, hold up for me! And he's like, kicks off the rest of his armor, is naked, walks into the water.
Totally.
Big old,
Why
big
are
old
we
dragon dick.
getting hemipene?
He's a
All the
tripod.
hemipene.
He's got 2 tails.
Oh my god.
He just gets and
Sorry.
he starts spinning like a like a fucking motor. No. So you get in the water?
Okay.
Sans armor? Okay. You step into the water and you feel that like the cool water start to wash over your warm scales. Lizards love heat and stuff like that, but they also, usually regulate their temperature by getting into water. And as you get in there, like it just feels like just the mucky sand and dirt between your clawed toes feels amazing. And as you're moving through, you can feel all these like stalks of where the lily pads, are growing off of, just kind of brushing up against you a bit. How far do you go?
I imagine they see like, because Merc has like the neck spines, like the black dragon, like almost fin neck spines.
Mm-hmm.
He'll like lower his head instinctually to like just the snout and the eyes are poking above the water, and he's just like burm, 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 bump, just going in like a lazy circle.
How far out do you get? It only starts to get about like waist deep, or a little over your waist, about 5 feet, 7 feet out.
Yeah, he would get to probably like 10 or 15 at that point. He'd get deep enough out that he's barely touching the bottom.
All right, Zurag, are you just getting taken along with Bluey, or are you hopping off?
It's a good question. I guess it just depends on how he's feeling. Can I leave it up to a roll? He's still too
Sure.
tired to hop off.
Yeah, you can absolutely leave it up to a roll. I like it.
Let's do a flip a coin.
There you go. Before you flip it, what's never mind.
Oh yeah, he's staying
Yeah,
on.
we'll just go. Okay, so Bluey moves in and starts to swim, and you're riding on him, so he's like halfway in the water. So the water is now like covering you, like you're like up to your like thigh, as you're in the water. And sometimes when he like kind of dips down, it just splashes up into your waist and stuff like that. Give me a perception check, Zurag and Merc.
Can I look at the far distance for any movement in the water while they're splashing around, having a good old time?
Millie would also like to
I'll,
assist in watching.
I will
Me
allow
too.
I will allow it. Perception checks for everybody then.
Hey,
Am I
fine.
still at a -1, or has the cooling down helped me at all?
Ooh, let's find out. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Can I do that as well?
25 for Adelaide.
Use Ray of Frost to try to cool me down.
15 total.
I'm
gonna
not
say
getting
no
in
to
that
that.
water. I trust nothing.
I'm gonna say no to that unless you're willing to take the Ray of Frost damage.
I was just gonna aim it up so it would be like a little sort of a shower on me, but
Then I'm gonna say the no.
You gotta commit.
It's
Gotta
23
commit.
for Ressig's perception. Finally rolled a good one.
Okay, well,
I'll
Let
take
me
it.
handle
25
this,
for Adelaide.
let me handle this con save. As you get into the water, you do feel better as your temperature regulates a little bit more. And now that you don't have anything on you, you feel lighter. So it's definitely helping. So yeah, you are no longer at -1.
You made this perception check at my normal -1 for 14.
Okay. So Zurag and Merc. All right. So you guys are all looking at the water. Well, the other three are looking at the water to see if anything has been disturbed. Merc, now that you're in the water and kind of like out a bit and into like this clearing, you can see that it stretches out, and this body of water is pretty expansive, and it actually wraps around this landmass, and it is kind of bordered by two like stone, well, not stone, but like, well, they are stone, but they're like cliffs. And you see, now that you're out here, Zura, you see more so that there are multiple huts. There's even like a carousel or a corral for like wildlife, and like a big huge awning type of thing that looks like it's probably made out of some sort of animal hide. But you see that About 3 of the huts are cinders. Like where the huts were are just cinders. Like they've been burnt down, still smoldering, still smoking. And you see that the central area where probably like a communal fire would be held, is also smoldering. The 3 of you looking at the water to see if anything moves or is disturbed. As the ripples kind of make their way over to your left, you watch as they hit a certain patch of these lily pads, and you suddenly see a small little landmass rise up out of the water. It bobs up and down as if it was like dislodged and now is floating on top of the surface instead of being held underneath. Then you see another one do the same, smaller, but a little closer to it. A little closer to you, or at least to Merc. And then you see shaping serpentine-like shape moving into the water, creating ripples as it comes up. And then it stops. The water goes still.
Something's hunting you out there. The little
See
bobbing
anything, Merc?
shapes, those aren't moved. They just popped up and are otherwise not moving.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a look at those? Do they look like something that just floated to the surface, or something like a swamp creature lurking, trying to look unassuming?
The way they look right now, they just look like land masses that were at the bottom of this little, we'll call it a pond. We'll call it a pond for right now, swampy pond. But are now floating at the top as if they were released by something. You don't know why. Or
And
what.
how far is the nearest one to us?
The nearest one from you is about 35 feet.
Okay.
That's the
Out
smaller
or like
one.
along the...
Out, like into the water.
Damn, how far in did you guys go? Yeah.
Deep enough to become a submersible.
Would
I guess,
Adelaide know what these things are that's in the water?
I guess let me just bring you guys over here.
I like the name of the map. Camp question.
Camp? Question mark?
Oh, God.
That's all it is just camp.
Just 20-foot square or 10-foot squares?
Is that what it says? No, it should be 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And these bobbing
So you guys are
landmasses, that's these.
No. This one and this one.
Those just appeared? Those are fucking big.
Yeah.
And this one
Would
was already
Adelaide know
there?
what these things are?
Would you know what these land masses are?
Yeah.
They're just land masses. They look like just like different dry pockets of land, for lack of a better
So
term.
does
Like
it look like the
a
water
high-
is like rescinding?
No. They just popped up.
That one popped up as well? Or that one was already there?
No, this one
Mm-hmm.
and this one popped up. This was already here.
Okay.
I will also say, Zurag, you also notice that the camp seems to be quite quiet.
So I would get the impression that they basically just got ransacked.
Yeah, whatever was here is not anymore, and that's all you can really tell. You can't get really any details from where you are.
Yeah.
What was that?
She's
Somebody died.
swapping.
They said it's time. Drive now. Go, go, go.
I imagine at some point during this, like, the lapse, Merc realizes something. He goes, "Oh, oh no, oh!" As he looks, and he realizes, if he moves his tail, he can swim faster, and he swims a little bit faster.
Where are you swimming to?
I don't know. Let's leave it to a D4.
Disregarding the fact that
One will be north.
Yeah, one is the north.
Yeah, so we'll do 3 is south, and then 2 is west and east, respectively. I imagine Merc, when he like got overheated, he was like going completely loopy. Primal instincts took over and told him get in water and stay in water.
disregarding the fact that I just told you something is hunting you.
He is the hunter of the swamps, not them. He, mighty dragon. He.
Okay.
I am the swamp.
What's your armor class without your armor on? 9? 8? 10?
Well, I have a
plus your dex?
-1, so
Yeah,
so
9.
it's 9. I didn't say he's gonna have a good time. I just said, here I am, Black Dragonborn in swamp, natural habitat.
At this point in time, a commoner breathes on you and you take damage. Well, I guess
All right.
they're not coming back. We gonna go in after them?
Well, we gotta get to the other side anyway. I might as well.
Why did the Dragonborn cross the swamp? Get to the other side.
Ressig's gonna put away, take off the armor, but gonna put away the war pick and do the cheesy pirate movie. Just grab a dagger and hold it in his teeth as, we gotta get Merc's armor. God damn it.
I was
What kind
gonna
of
say,
armor
can I take it and put it in my bag of holding, and then, like, use my boots to go
Yeah.
across?
Oh, you can fly.
I can
Yeah.
fly.
Hover.
Do you want me to carry anything else? Because I'm going to be completely dry from point A to point B.
You probably cannot lift me.
I have a bag of holding. I don't know how that works with
Oh, you can't
the
take
weight
it.
distribution.
Most of my stuff is where it needs to be. So I'll just start swimming straight, like not tooling around in the swamp like Merc. I'm just going movement, action, and just hoofing it as far as I can get.
Seeing one of the flesh bags enter the water, Merc is going to start sailing after Ressig. Ambush mode.
What is Bluey doing in all this?
Yeah, I mean, Bluey is just gonna keep. I'm gonna roll a d4 for Bluey. See which way its action goes. 1. So Bluey starts to go with y'all. Hold up there. Go back. Go here. He's over here. So you know what? Everybody's moving all at once. Let's slow it down. Everybody roll initiative.
I was about to say that's
just so we can do this.
I was gonna say that was my movement
one step
and
at a
action,
time.
but I'll go back.
Well, you're also moving. You're swimming, so you don't have a swim speed. So you're moving half movement.
Yeah, action dash. I've got 35 feet movement around. So
All right.
35 feet swimming.
Before we start moving all over this map and getting me all tied up, where is your? Are you taking your stuff off? Are you swimming with your stuff? What is?
Swimming with the
What
stuff.
is that? That. Okay. What about Adelaide? What is Adelaide doing?
Yeah, Adelaide will swim too.
Okay, so you're swimming with all your stuff too. Millie, you're floating over.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, there, we've slowed it down. We don't need to go into initiative. I just need to pump the brakes. So, first, Ressig,
Mark intercept coordinates.
you go in to the water.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're swimming with all your stuff on. It's incredibly difficult.
Yes.
Incredibly difficult. Roll me an athletics roll.
All right.
Wrestling goes into the water. Sharks in the water.
I mean, if he fails, he sinks, and then
Gate is in that swamp.
I mean, would me being 12 feet tall make a difference?
Actually, yes.
We'll get to that. Athletics 21.
21. Okay, so you get into the water, starts to rise up. You let yourself out, start swimming. Again, difficult terrain. You're moving half speed, so go ahead and move your first regular movement. Okay, now hold there. Merc, you turn to swim up.
Intercept
So
path.
move your, go in like a kind of like an arc, like go like one to go up. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Go over one square to go up one square.
So here,
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. As you move past that landmass, it kind of like moves with the ripple. Not as much as I was just doing it, but you could see it. You could yeah. It's not like oh. Some cricket comes out like, "Hey, you fucker!
Driving
No
in the
wake
movies,
zone. You
they're
don't
like,
see the sign." Yeah. No. But you can see that it moves. It's either the mass is going up and down, or the water's like lapping over the top of it. But it looks more like its buoyancy is causing it to rise up and down. Then Bluey turns. Well, it just kind of keeps up. Gets you right next to, we'll say right next to Ressig. And then Adelaide, you get in the water.
Yeah.
Move half speed, your first increment.
So I feed 50. 5, 10.
brought to you by Arby's.
Brought to you by Arby's. We have the meats.
10. 15.
Next time you guys go to Arby's, mention disorderly decisions to get 25% off your order.
Or just laughed at.
Probably the latter.
Is that we have the meats what the gators are saying?
There's gators in that swamp. No gators yet, but Millie, you move across. We'll say you can move your full movement here because you're flying, cheating.
Cheating.
It is an item I have. I don't believe that is cheating.
No. The fact that you have forgotten that you've had these boots, I highly expect you never to forget them again.
Full movement straight across.
Pow. Okay. Give me perception checks, everybody.
rolled a 2 for a 1.
Ah, I rolled a 2 for a 5.
26 for Adelaide.
22 for Ressig.
15 for Millie.
Merc has locked eyes on the pink skins trying to cross the swamp. He's hunting.
Yes. And with Zurag not really being able to direct where he's going, he's just kind of like, and you see Ressig as you like almost collide with him a bit on the back of Bluey. And you guys are all like group swimming, and Ressig, you see those land masses move again, and then ripples of the water start to violently thrash as something large in the water begins to move. But it seems like the way things are thrashing about, that it's coming from multiple sources, and that theory is assuaged or assured as you see bursting. I didn't say anything to you, Siri. As you see bursting out of the water, raising up, you see the multiple heads of a hydra.
Oh, for fuck.
I'm sorry, I don't know what raising is. I'm sorry, I don't know what raising is.
Yeah, it's like Siri.
Looking
like,
up
what?
raisins. Looking up raisins.
Are you fucking kidding?
I'm gonna fight this thing naked.
This thing lets out a loud roar from all of its heads as they all coil around each other, snake-like heads. As they open their maw, these two sharp fangs are shown. They're like daggers dripping with something foul. Roll initiative.
Oh, motherfucker.
I rolled a 4 for a 3.
Oh, I guess gotta do initiative on here, don't I?
Please?
Please roll good. Ooh, that's pretty
Not
good.
wonderful.
Nope, that wasn't my dice. Never mind. That was Zurig's. No, it wasn't.
That wasn't even that great.
That was Monster. I saw 19 in there somewhere.
I haven't rolled monster.
I think it bounced when I hit a different die because I only got a 13.
Okay, so this is what's going to happen here. Seeing as only Ressig passed their perception check, this thing is going to get a free sneak attack by...
Adelaide got
I
a higher
passed.
attack than I.
I got a
Oh, well
26.
then, okay, cool. My bad. So both of you, because you got over 20, right?
I got
Yeah.
22. Yeah, 22.
I also think Durag can't be surprised. But Merc
I can't be surprised anyway. I have alerts.
Okay. Cool. Well, can you be surprised, Durag?
Do I have to go into a rage?
Yeah,
Is-
you
Immediately.
yeah.
As long as
Yeah,
you
well then.
rage, you cannot. You act normally in a surprise round.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not raged, so that's right, right?
He has
You
to
start the
go
surprise
into
round,
a
he
rage.
rages, because you still go through their turns on the surprise round.
Yeah.
So
But
when
he
it
gets
hits his
that.
turn, he rages and he acts.
It's not like around here. These things are just getting 3. Whoever failed the percentage check is getting an attack to start the fight. Is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, then no, that's
Honestly,
fine.
I don't see a reason for him to be raging at that moment, anyways. So
Yeah. Okay. Let me. So just the 3 of you. Who failed? That is an 18 to hit Zurag.
that hits.
We're gonna get a 1 to hit Merc. And watch everybody.
18 to hit Millie.
That'll hit.
And a 24 to hit Merc.
Doesn't make it. Merc's butt cheeks are very shiny.
He's like, oh!
There's a bite. It's like, no.
Alright. So, Zurag, 7 points of piercing damage. And then I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw. Millie, 9 points of piercing damage. And then you should roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Nat 20
Nice.
for her.
Nice. Why, Millie, your voice has gotten deeper.
I'm sorry. 25 to Zurag.
And then 11 points of damage to piercing damage to Merc, right on his shiny black dragonborn butt. And I need a con save for you as well.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Merc gets ready to
Alright.
fight back.
Let's get into this. I'm gonna throw on some epic combat music.
Hippie combat music.
Yes, hippie combat music.
The Beatles
Down,
starts
down,
playing.
down.
That's not
no.
hippie.
That's hillbilly. That's hillbilly.
Yeah, that's the other way.
You guys just hear.
I don't want to be in the swamp anymore. I want to leave. We go home.
Murder our bot for us, whoever. Yeah. You just hear. You just hear Stevie Nicks coming from the center of town. I couldn't think of the other band that she's in, so I just had to say her name. The more hippie one.
Stevie Nicks.
Oh,
No, not Fifi. Did I say Fifi Nicks? Stevie
Stevie
Nicks.
Stevie Nicks. That's what I said. Other bands she was in.
Yeah, Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
my
All
brain
right.
just keeps screaming landslide. I'm like, landslide's the name of a song.
You idiot! So as this thing comes up, thrashing about, it lashes out 3 times. Sa sa sa! Bites into the 3 of you. It pulls out these venomous fangs dripping with hot venom. You guys are in the middle of this pond. This is a situation, to say the least. But Zurag, you are up first. Welcome to the jungle. You're gonna die. You are on the back of Bluey. So unfortunately, you are either going to have to try and take control over Bluey by using animal handling checks and rolling against Chug's willpower.
That might actually be beneficial, rolling against Chug.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, remember, Bluey has intelligence. Bluey does what Bluey wants to do.
Yeah, okay, so we'll just
Oh,
make it
yeah.
a straight animal handling to guide this thing. Because right now, he's also vibing off of his master's ambush vibe and is headed for some pink skins.
Alright.
So,
I am not good with
but-
animal handling, but
I'll also say, seeing this thing come out of the water, roll a wisdom saving throw for Bluey there, Chug.
Oh, sure thing. I'm just gonna roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Yeah, sure.
You use the warhorse's stats, which is probably
I rolled an 18. I don't know what the warhorse's stat is, but I'm gonna go find it.
well, either way, 18 on the dice is pretty good. So I'm going to say that Bluey does not feel the fear of a smaller animal against a apex predator that's much larger than it, and does not turn to flee immediately. So, Zurag, sorry to interrupt again.
no, you're
Take
good.
your turn.
Yeah, I'm not good with animal handling, but I can attempt it.
All right, attempt it.
Bluey wants to kill. Bluey wants
15.
blood on it.
15, I'll say, yeah, as like Bluey is not feeling this fear, you just kind of instinctively like pull him to, around to face this this creature.
So would we have to move to actually be within range to
Yes.
attack, or say
yes,
the heads are?
Yes, you would. Because the heads are now like raised up.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to do one thing before you guys start slashing at this thing. And that's give it 1,000,000 HP. Okay.
Probably not a good fight to be naked for.
I don't think
No,
any
you know what?
fight is.
No, I think I got this.
How does movement work with on top of this then?
Bluey has
so
60
yeah,
feet of movement.
Yeah, but he'll be moving at half speed because he doesn't have a swim speed. So just
Well, if I can steer him into attack range, I guess.
Yep.
I believe it'd be right there.
Right there.
I'm gonna go in the rage for the first time since we died. Oh, that's neat. It sounds different too.
Yeah. Sounds more beastly.
Trying to think which one would be most beneficial here. I guess he's gonna go with the tail just in case he gets knocked off. Maybe it'll help him.
Okay.
But yeah, he goes into a rage and tries to start swinging at the heads, I guess.
All right.
Would you like Bluey to kick it first?
That's up to Bluey, I guess.
Well, Bluey doesn't act on
My turn, right? It's his.
on Zurak's turn. It acts on your turn.
Okay.
There, Chuck. So he may be able to be steered by Zurag for movement purposes, but as far as like attacking, he'll have to. Just
Fair
because
enough.
he's connected with you, he's not like if he was like an actual physical animal, that'd be different.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna make. Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a couple attacks. We're going reckless.
All right, on the back of Bluey, you're still technically swimming, so just mechanically, I'm gonna hold you at disadvantage. But you're
So
reckless,
just the
and you
normal
said?
rolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do the Great Weapons Master. Normal rolls. 23 to hit.
That hits.
Ew. For 27 points of slashing damage on the first hit.
Big hit. Slash across as it's like heads come down to strike at you. You slash, and you like cut across one of their heads, and it snaps back, and hissing loudly as like the blood and venom that it releases just kind of like flies through the air and smashes down into the water around you like like rain, and kind of splashes up these huge globules of blood and venom just splooshing into the ground around or the water around you. This thing leers back, its eyes now focused on you.
Oh boy. He's another head coming his way. He's gonna make a second attack. 22 to hit.
Yeah. You look to the right as the head's coming right at you, mouth open, and you swipe down.
Another
Nice.
27 points.
2 big hits. Sends his head sliding off to the side as well. Is it?
I need to scream at Merc, is this your ancestor or what?
Merc,
Oh, let me
Merc will look offended.
let me bring that. So as these two heads come at you, and you bat them off with your slice. As you slice through, you see like as they reel back, that their eyes seem to like go lifeless for a moment, and like that head sloughs down as the other one comes at you. You strike it again, and it like skids across the water, and like it doesn't get back up. Now there's only 3 heads moving around as you slice into this beast. Give me a perception check.
At 20.
Nat 20. You see that this creature has been, like, has fresh wounds on it. Other than what you've just delivered to it.
Okay, so maybe it's just fighting for its territory or something, or just fended something else off.
Maybe. But that is its turn. And it's 3 heads that are up. Are focused. Wait, did I say 3? Yeah. It has 5.
Yeah.
Lost 2, has 3. My brain just like threw out basic elementary math for a second. So the 3 heads that are up now lunge at you, Zurag. I'll say one of them goes for Bluey. Here we go.
Live, Bluey. Survive.
So that is going to be 17 for you, Zurag.
It hits.
Okay. I'll roll the second attack on you as well. 23 to hit you on the second one.
Yep.
And then I'll roll the one on Bluey. That's 21 to hit Bluey.
Hit.
So smash down into the thing, down into the water, right onto Zurag. It's 2 hits right here. Oh wow. That is 30 points of piercing damage, and I need 2 Constitution saving throws from you.
So half to 15.
Yes. I rolled max damage on both of those damage dice.
Damn. 2 con saves. Oof. 13 and 22.
Okay, at 13, you are poisoned. 22 saves you from the other thing that can happen to you.
Oh boy.
That's not ominous or anything.
So as these 3 heads strike down, one of them colliding into Bluey, who just disperses into particles of water. You feel that little like fizzy
Bluey has
water.
11 HP, or 19 HP. Yeah, Bluey's a full warhorse.
Oh yeah, you're right. So Bluey, I rolled max damage again. 15 points of damage to Bluey.
Bluey has 4 left.
Okay. For some reason, I thought they all had 1 HP. No, that's cool. Always remind me of that. So as these 3 heads strike down, one colliding right onto the neck of Bluey, just biting into. I need a Constitution saving throw from Bluey. As the other 2, like you just knocked out these 2 heads, and like you're not ready for these ones as they come around and they like bite you simultaneously, like in your shoulder, like they pierce your shoulders and into your ribs a bit, and you can feel the poison pump in, and like it's like a sudden like hits you, and then the other one like strikes into you as well, and you feel that poison enter, and but like you just something in you just pushes off the secondary effects of taking a second dose of this potion, or poison rather. That is a fail for Bluey. Is poisoned. Then
Do you want me to see if I can actually hold on to Bluey at this point?
no, this is perfectly fine. You've taken damage while you're in a rage, so we have some stuff to settle. So you just took 30 points of damage which is halved to 15. So you need to make me a wisdom saving throw. DC 15 at the current moment.
And the poison's only for disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Not great. Nope. 14.
14. So you guys watch as not Merc, but Zurag is struck by these two Hydra heads. As the water that they caused to spout up clears and settles again, you see Zurag is like almost phasing in and out a bit, and you see a shadowy form start to take over him, and he starts to look more bestial, like his the tail that has out is now larger and furrier and more more savage, and his eyes are losing their pupils as he's going into a berserk. Adelaide and Millie would recognize this as you guys fought the Rage Incarnates way back on the Wyverns that you two had to fight yourself. You recognize this as Zurag is there, both of his arms in this maw of these snakes as they pull back, pulling their teeth out of him as he's just feral.
Do I need to make a roll check to see if I recognize that, or I just know?
No. You absolutely know. You've seen this, and as these three heads pull back, readying for their next strike, those two heads that you killed, Zurag, twitch and start to rise up, and you watch as emerging from the stumps of the heads are two more heads in each place. So what was 3 is now 7.
I should have asked for Zurag's wisdom save. Would have an extra +1 have mattered?
No.
Okay.
It had to be a 16, right?
Oh wait, no, 15. Yeah, 15. No, it was 15.
Yeah, because he's in Merc's aura.
Oh well, shit! You guys don't see none of that. That's supposed to be a reveal, Merc.
Merc, you ruined it. You ruined it.
Well,
you just saying it didn't happen because I didn't call it in time.
Nah, no, it's there.
I wish there was a way I could represent the aura just passively on him.
Yeah, just add a light to you.
Oh, I'll try to do that.
Just make it a little dim light. That way it's not overbearing, but it's there.
It's a color I don't know, red.
None of that berserk shit happened. But you do see that this thing now has 7 heads. 2 emerging for each one that was destroyed. That is Millie's turn.
Oh man.
All right, I am going to look around, see the chaos in which we are currently amongst ourselves in, and I'm going to aim at the closest head, and then launch a firebolt at it. Because I'm sure I read somewhere that cauterizing the neck is a good call. If we can actually get some damage on it.
All right, roll to hit. Fire a bolt.
All right, let me just click it.
Alright, hold on a minute.
Sorry, the firewall's being finicky. So I'm gonna have him roll it this time around, and then I'll fix it.
Do you need me to do it?
I just got in it. Here we go. Normal attack.
Yep.
Didn't she's floating and it was attacked.
What'd you say?
It was she's floating. She's not in the water, and it was attacked by an ally. It's advantage,
Then
right?
Our advantage rules for this game.
Oh yeah, I
but-
have advantage. I have
Yep.
I'm ranged, so I get the advantage. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you for the reminder.
Second roll. Okay.
Yes.
I fish.
Oh,
I have fish or man.
21 to hit.
21 will hit.
2d10. A little bit helps.
Yep.
Ow! Says the Hydra. All right, 4 points of fire damage as you cast this firebolt out, sails through and hits, and as it does, like it kind of like smolders. You hear like a little bit of hiss from like the water that's kind of condensed or gathered on it, begins to dry up, and it like as its heads kind of come back from the impact, it snarls towards your direction. Anything else there, Millie?
I would like to go higher in the air.
How high?
No, it's 30 feet of movement, so 30 feet up. Farther from where
Okay.
than I already am.
All right, and I'll say you were already 5 feet up, just for mechanics. So you are 35 feet up in the air.
Thank you.
All right. Resic.
I will let you know now before it comes up because she was after me. Adelaide lost her initiative. She was also a 9, but it put me
Oh,
before
okay.
her. So, but I will take my bonus action to make myself a bigger target. And now that I am a nice
Alright.
big fat target, I am going to literally grab by the scruff of the neck and toss Adelaide like this way. Get her away from this thing. So I'm like
Okay.
near shore, but not so close that it's gonna hurt.
So you're gonna pick up Adelaide, and you're gonna throw her.
Yeet. Yes.
All right. Give me an athletics check. And now, hold on. Let me narrate what this looks like as you grow big. So as you grow big, you're no longer swimming. You're standing, but the water is just to your armpits. So it's your arms and your head sticking out of water. But you have a full plant, and you have enough. Like I said, it's like I said, just underneath your armpits.
Yeah.
So you have like full ambulatory movement of your arms.
Nipple height.
Yeah, nipple height. So you grab Adelaide from the water and go to yeet her.
Just
Give me
like-
athletics.
Just because she's facing the thing, just kind of grab behind, like under the shoulders, and just.
Just yeet.
I do not consent to this.
Okay, take.
You can
7
contest it if
attacks.
you want.
Yeah.
Athletics. 25.
25.
Would
Are you
care to
contesting
contest
Adelaide,
it?
or are you going willingly?
Oh, my athletics super bad. It's fine. I'll just go willingly because I don't know that he's doing it. But anyway,
Okay. So where do you yeet her?
Like over near the shore.
Okay.
Within one movement's distance of the shore.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you rolled
or
really
like-
good. It's still a person. So I'm gonna give you. Yeah, we could say this one or this one.
We'll go the one farther from the thing.
Okay.
Adelaide screams the entire way.
Yeah, just picked up, and it's like you're picking up, like your little cousin, and throwing them.
Yeah, I mean, see GIF in chat.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Roll for skippage. Roll me a D4. See how many times she skips.
All right, where's my fours? It's 4.
4 times she skips across. So you like slam her into the water. She's like, "Dot, dot, dot, dot."
Just
Yeah. Just get out of the way, please.
right.
I'll say it's an action to throw her
Okay.
for sure.
That's, I figured as much. I am going.
Adelaide's
to...
like full spread, skipping on the water, and I just see a boot hit Merc in the face.
So I am going to. I still have my movement, so I will shift over a bit, and then I still have the dagger in my teeth. I'm gonna action surge and just chuck it at the thing and try and stick it in it.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, go ahead and roll attack.
Let's. Oh my god, my brain. What is it? +7. That's. What did I say? +7. 14?
14 does not hit.
All right.
You rolled with advantage, right?
Oh no, that was not an advantage.
It would have been flat. It would have been flat because you're again weird.
Oh yeah. Second attack, I will pull out, kind of dig into the water, pull out a hand axe, and do the same thing.
Just throwing shit at it.
Yeah.
Go away!
That's better.
Get out
That's 22.
22 hits.
All
Get
right.
the fuck out of here, you giant lizard!
And that's a plus. Ooh, it's ranged. Or is that ranged attacks, or because I have bracers of archery, or is that just with a bow? Let me
Probably
dig.
just a bow, seeing as they're called the braces of archery.
Hey, I just want to make sure. Hey, I'm gonna fish for those 2 points if it'll give it to me. There it is.
I feel that.
Longbow, yeah, longbow or shortbow. You are correct. But it is still 9 points of slashing damage with a hand axe.
Yes, 9 points of slashing.
And don't worry, I'm leaving the axe there. I don't give a, but it gives less than a fuck.
Yeah, you throw the knife and it just sails through the heads. Often it just splashes into the water behind it. You fish around, throw for get the hand axe, throw, and like catches it right in its like center, like where the necks kind of meet, and kind of just sticks there.
All right.
And as it does so, it sends this creature into its bloodied condition.
Woohoo! I don't think I can move. That was what, 2 squares. So can't really move with Adelaide in the way, so I'll stay right there.
Alrighty then. Adelaide, you were just yeeted. So if you were on dry ground, you would have been able to make an acrobatics to see if you go prone. But seeing as you're in the water, you're just under the water. Roll me a d6.
6. My 6 feet
6.
under.
Yeah, so you're 6 feet under, so you gotta go 5 feet to get to the surface to swim up.
Yeah, I'll do that. And then I have 10 more feet. Can I get up to the land?
Let's see. You have 10 more feet, moving half your movement.
Yeah. So I use 5 to come up surface,
Yep.
and then can I get to land from there?
Let's see. You have. Yeah, you sure can.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll move my happy ass to right there.
All right, swim over and pull yourself up onto the dry land.
Yeah. So did you, and the and now that Resig left a metal thing in him, can I cast heat metal?
Oh, yes, you can. That's awesome.
Yeah. I told him to do that.
And I narrated it as such, so it's canon.
Yes. Nice. Okay, I'm trying to find it. Where is
That's
my-
awesome. Inspiration to the both of you. Good
Thank you
tag
much.
team tactics.
Isn't it a second level?
No, it's a 4th level. Hold on. My little thing doesn't work. The spells doesn't pop up, so I have to go find it. Where the hell is it?
Are you talking about your Argon? It's probably
Yeah.
It's just hard to find. Spells
No,
are
like
hard.
none of it opens up.
Oh, what? That's weird. Cast spell. Fourth
I thought it was a
level.
4th level. No? Oh, no, never mind. I got it.
Told you.
So I need
I see it on your Argon. You want me to-
cast spell.
Yeah, oh, it's getting real hot. It says.
Yeah.
That's funny. Constitution saving throw. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. Here we go. Ooh,
What's
that's a 2 on the die. That is a fail.
Yes. All right, so 2d8. 6 and 3, 9 points of fire damage.
9 points of fire damage. As this newly embedded axe starts to glow red, the Hydra's heads start to thrash about mightily all over, smashing into the water and into the treetops that kind of hang over, and just it's thrashing about wildly as this now red hot axe sears into its scaly flesh. Anything else there, Adelaide?
No, that's my turn.
All right, back first to Merc. First time to Merc. I was gonna say back to Merc. I was like, but we haven't done Merc yet.
Merc is gonna step onto this little bit of ground here. He emerges from the water.
That's a little tricky. It's about it's enough for you to stand on it, but it's like, oh shit. Okay, so you're on uneven footing right now.
I heard the thing is bigger than me though, and I heard one of our mechanics is I can climb things.
Yeah, you sure can.
So Merc is going to see the glowing axe because he doesn't have a weapon right now.
Come on, man.
It's
love
time to
I love it.
to
Acid.
Merc
breath,
is
leave
going to,
that where
like-
it's at.
Oh, I was just gonna start hitting it with the glowing axe.
Don't you take that damage? when
Technically,
you
the
pick it up,
haft
though?
of the
Oh
axe
yeah, I was
would be
ready for
wood.
this.
So
I don't care if I take the damage.
So let's go through one thing at first. So you're gonna jump from this little landmass onto this creature. We do have a mechanic here because it's a giant campaign, and I want you guys to be able to climb all over these dudes. We do have the mechanic to climb onto a bigger creature. If one creature wants to jump onto another creature, it can do so by grappling. A small or medium creature, which Merc is, has little chance of making a successful grapple against a huge or gargantuan creature, of which this thing is. However, it can be done. So, you're already in position. You don't need to do any ability checks there. The smaller creature needs to use the action to make an athletics or an acrobatics check, which will be contested by the Hydra's acrobatics check. If Merc wins, he's on the Hydra. If he fails, we'll see what happens.
Is that an ability check? Because the Hydra
I-
has disadvantage on it.
It is an ability check.
Yeah, it has disadvantage till my next turn on attacks and ability checks.
I'm also
Oh,
going to
yeah.
use an order die for this.
That's so cool. All right, hell yeah, I like this.
So yeah,
Damn.
24 total as Merc launches himself naked and just grabs the front of the Hydra.
Okay, DC 24. It's not impossible for me.
With it,
But it
you
is-
have disadvantage.
But it is hard. But it is hard, especially with disadvantage.
2 nat 20s.
Roll a 17 and a 5. I had to take the 5. So Merc, you leap, pushing this thing into the water as you leap. It's that weird jump. So it's like with like your platform just like suddenly you lose like a lot of momentum. But you fly just enough to grab on to that axe, and you're like now hanging onto the front of this thing, onto this axe, using this axe as like a hold, a hand hold, almost like a hiker would with like their pikes and stuff.
Bonus action. Yeah, let's get funky. I should have it. Merc is gonna thrust his hand out to the side, and a tiny little gauntlet's gonna appear in the air. He's gonna try to punch the Hydra in the face.
All right. I don't have any glowing fists, but I'm sure I have something glowing for a spiritual weapon. So go ahead and
Don't
roll
wanna
that
use a
attack while I
spell
find
slot.
this.
With advantage, right? Because this thing's floating and other people have attacked it.
No, it is
Okay.
not a thing. Oh, you know what we'll do? What color you want? Purple, green, blue, or red?
Green.
And I'll just shrink that down, and it's a hand.
It's a big ass spiritual weapon.
Yeah, no, I had to shrink it down. And then we can
17?
We can get rid of that. 17 hits.
Spellcasting modifiers +1, I think. I don't know why I didn't have it. The fist forms a gauntlet and goes and just punches one of the Hydra's faces in the cheek.
Comes back up with like a little like cut across his cheek, a bandage, and like a like an X over one of its eyes.
That was movement, bonus action, and action. That is Merc's turn.
So you are on this beast. As you hang on, you can feel the heat and smell the searing scales as you're now holding on to this axe. You reach your other hand out, summon this gauntlet, thrust it upwards, punched one of the Hydra's heads. Sent it kind of like careening and smashing into the others as they are still kind of violently thrashing about. Zurag, it is your turn.
Bluey. Kick him with the hooves, Bluey. Get him.
Yeah, super disadvantage. But
Then goes to normal with advantage from friends attacking.
yeah.
Get him, Bluey! Put him in a body bag!
Bluey pulls up their own spinal cord.
Kicks Zurag and he goes flying.
Yeah. Okay, now it's Zurag's turn. This Hydra is not looking good. Your teammates and you have dealt quite the damage to it, but it seems like this thing was already hurt.
By the other Hydra.
Yeah, by the second Hydra. But this one has sharks for heads. Full sharks. It's like a long neck and then a body of a shark.
Oh,
It's actually
weird.
we have a Draco Hydra here.
It has a tail and everything.
If he sees it as getting hurt, he's just gonna keep doing what he knows. Just keep trying and swing at the heads, even though he saw that two more came back when he knocked those ones off. So just do 2 more attacks with the Great Axe. But because I'm poisoned, even if I reckless, is it still a disadvantage? Or how does that work?
Well yeah, because it's like 2 double negatives. Because you're in the water, it's technically swimming, so that's disadvantage. Reckless would make it normal. Poison would bring it back down.
So no matter what, it's going to be disadvantage, so I won't reckless then.
Well, you have an ally attacking too, so it might bring you back to normal.
You have an ally attacking as well, so it brings it back to normal. That's only if you're reckless, though.
Yeah. I might as well if it gives me a little bit of better chance to hit, I guess.
This, kids, is what we call in Magic the Gathering resolving cards.
Using the stack, we go through the order of operations of the cards.
Oh, man. So yeah, Great Weapons Master with 2 more attacks. Oh yeah!
Oh. Anything but a crit!
Oh baby!
Ah! And they're so good!
Oh yes! 82!
Oh, really?
Zurag
Holy
finished
shit.
his fucking Hydra.
Your Bothmer's shoulders hit all of the heads.
Yeah, he just swings it around, does like a whirlwind attack. Holy shit.
Oh my god, yeah, as like the combination of this thing of the fireball of the doing the fire damage in the beginning, and then the axe sticking in, causing like opening up a wound and just holding it and it's singeing from the heat metal from Adelaide's spell, and like Merc grabs on it, smashes into it. All these heads are now like in a line, and you just find an opening. You're like, Demon Slayer, I see the thread, and just shitting all of them. 7 heads all at once. Shit. Combo, you know. From the water, you come rising off of it, just like holding on to Bluey's reins. Bluey lets out a roar, and just the heads go sailing. And the body like starts to like stagger a bit, and then you just watch it just like start to just sink into the ocean, not the ocean, but the swamp. And the heads lie scattered. Some of them now sinking into the water, others laying on the land. But the body begins to sink, and you guys are out of combat. Fucking insane.
The max I can roll on that's a 92, by the way.
Insanity. And fucking sanity. Give your players cool stuff, DMs, but watch them kick your ass with it.
It's only going to get worse as you get higher leveled up.
Yeah. Well,
He's
some
one
didn't
level
get-
off a brutal critical man.
Oh fuck, dude!
Everybody else gains a level. Zurag, you're stuck at 8 for some reason.
I have to. Yeah. Sorry, Zurag, you died, so you lost the level. Actually,
For every
25
eight.
ruled.
yeah.
I
Oh
put
my
in
God.
chat the day the Hydra was having.
I brought him back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Uh,
No, I brought him back.
Oh yeah,
I've been here the
yeah.
whole time.
Oh
There was a
yeah,
reason
you're
we
right.
brought him back. We need that.
Man, I had to kill Zurag again.
I don't have a diamond for that yet. Can you wait a few sessions?
No, I gotta give you now, or you're vulnerable and weak. You
Theoretically,
guys.
in the past, resources are more plentiful, so I might be able to get more diamonds.
back before
Hey.
they realized diamonds could bring people back.
Yep. Well, as you guys watch this body sink into the water, some of the heads laying, partially in the water and on land, what do you do?
Merc is going to grab one of the heads. Disregard
Can
now.
I was gonna say, can I go and examine it and see if there's anything worthwhile yoinking?
Sure. We'll put you over here and on the ground. You guys are still currently in the water.
I will, before I lose my bigness, I will, seeing Millie trying to inspect it for usefulness, I'll try and drag bigger chunks of, like, bigger portion of its body up on shore.
How long does your...
A minute. So
A minute?
until it runs out, like
Okay.
I'm pretty much just like hoisting while I can, just to get it up there.
Well, I mean, it's one solid piece and then the half the next. So if you're trying to get the whole body up there, I'm gonna need an athletics.
We'll do that.
It's gonna be pretty hard, but you might be able to do it. You're large.
That is a 25. 25, yeah.
Okay, so like as you get to where the body sank down, you still have to swim under. It's that deep, even with your bigness. You don't have to go down too far before you're able to like settle. There's maybe about like 10 feet over your head, with your feet on the bottom, and you can see this. You can see this thing. It's already starting to be pecked at by piranha.
Yeah, I'll do what I
so
can to just muscle it that way.
Yeah. So, you start muscling in it. Just roll me one luck check here.
Rip pieces apart. That's a 19.
A 19. No, like a swarm of these piranhas start to come over around you, start swimming around you as you're pulling this corpse. But you're able to like bat them off, and they realize that it's no easy meal, and they're just trying to get the few bites that they can out of what you're dragging before you eventually pull it as much as you can up onto the shore.
And if Millie needs any help on shore, I will assist with moving parts as needed.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, as soon as you get it up on shore, like you shrink down.
okay.
And it's not like on shore, but it's like the parts
Bulk of
parts
it.
of their heads, where the heads are is on shore, and the rest is in there, but it's accessible.
All right. Well, we did it, guys. We crossed the water. I told you something was hunting you.
Merc, like, has like a bit of like Hydra in his mouth. He emerges from the water.
So I don't know how that affects your species, but I believe they are severely poisonous or venomous. I think they might be both. Like, if you bite it, if they bite you, it's venomous. If you bite it, it's poisonous. How does that work with a Hydra? Because I'm pretty sure I've never encountered one in person before.
I'm still feeling something, and he'll just puke.
Merc will go, oh, yeah. Be gone, poison! I don't think I need to roll, I just need to spend 5, right?
Yeah, 5 points of lay on hands will neutralize the poison.
Merc will kind of lay a hand on Zarek's shoulder and go, you did good, buddy. And then he'll reach over by Millie, reaching into the bag of holding and pulling out various items. His clothes.
His clothes. Yeah, he's still naked.
Millie is 110% not looking at that. Just trying to like hone in on what she's looking at with the Hydra. She's just like, I can't even.
As
Not
Merc's
willing to
getting
process.
dressed, he will look around this town and go, wow, this place is fucked.
So as you guys are on land here, this I don't want Argon. Quit giving it to me. Where is it? Draw. Circle. This hut. This hut. This hut. Oh, the smoldering ones. They're not currently on fire, as the map suggests, but they are smoldering. They have been burnt down, blackened, and ashed. There are 2 larger tents. One of them supporting some sort of horned creature skull on it. From where you guys are, you can't exactly identify that. Yeah, what do you do?
If we peek in that hut that's immediately right next to us, what can we see if there's any sign of what the people were like who lived here, or like what any clues about them as a whole and where the hell they might have gone?
You want to check in there? Give me an investigation check.
Mouse input. Investigation is probably really bad. Yes, it is. That's a 7.
7.
Big old 7.
You come into this hut, and it's everything that was in it is like tossed. Looks like there's like bedrolls and stuff that is like thrown askew. Like cooking pots and stuff laid on the floor with a table tipped over. But no inhabitants or any type of identifying features.
Okay. Coming back out, I'll let people know what I found. And then kind of peek back out into the swamp and see if I see any movement out there. I'll let smarter people do things like that.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
Merc will walk out towards the more of the center place and go, so Ifran's tribe kind of sucks then, don't they?
Not sure
Millie
if this
from
is them.
where she's will yell back, yeah, it could not be them. We don't know that.
Why would they send us like not a location right next to their tribe then? That would be like really silly
Did
for us to just
It is-
guess.
Did anything about that man strike you as helpful or reasonable or nice?
Merc will go, well, it's one thing to be an asshole. It's another to send us on a wild goose chase with, your goose. And he gestures to Adelaide.
He doesn't care if she lives or dies. He's just hoping you
Yes,
get
but
that
if
egg for
we're
him.
just
and then-
lost in Chult for 10 months, he lives 10 months longer.
I don't think it would matter to him one way or the other.
Would Adelaide recognize any of this in the area, or?
Do you want to go in more and do some investigation?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go in there. Move your token where you want to be, and roll me an investigation or history.
I'll just go like in here where like the main whatever. History or investigation and history?
Or
Investigation or history.
Okay.
While this is all happening, did I manage to loot anything off of the Hydra?
We'll get to you
That's
in a
a-
second, then, Millie.
That's a 14.
14.
Mhm.
You don't know, like, as you're looking around, you're looking at any types of familiarities that you would have seen with Ifran's tribe and stuff like that. You know his tribe to be more nomadic, and they move around. That's kind of like how they got into the whole dinosaur thing. They move around, collect dinosaurs from there, and then in between in the cities and stuff of Chult, they have their. Well, Ifran has their, spectacles that he has.
Would
So
Adel-
you hold on. While you are looking around, these are a tribe that you have seen like insignia of before, or like symbols of before, but it's not Ifran's tribe. And judging by the black dragon skull mounted above this chief's hut, you know this tribe to be rather formidable. They go by the name of the Umbral Claws. And this black dragon skull above them is actually a religious artifact to them, or a relic to them, that they offer tribute to. Black dragons tend to populate swampy, murky areas. So it makes sense why their camp is here by the swamp. What doesn't make sense for a tribe so fierce, powerful, why the tribe's chief is sitting in his chair with his neck slit open.
and she wouldn't know who, like, does she have a faint idea who might have done this? No. I'm pretty sure I asked
With
that
F-15, no, you're not sure who could have done this. Could have been Ifran's clan. But usually they don't cross paths. Millie, while this is happening, Millie, you're searching this Hydra. I mean, it doesn't have gold or anything like that. No items on it. Just a
We brought
beast.
glass vials. Can I fill up one with some blood?
Sure.
Fill up a couple, actually.
Sure.
Cool.
How many glass vials do you have on you?
As a party, I don't remember.
Oh, I guess we should have asked at the beginning. Our list.
Oh, fuck your list.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Yes, I know we
Totally
got
forgot
some,
about that.
but I needed to make sure we've got enough.
That laundry list of
God.
shit we were supposed to get was supposed to be done off stream, and nobody remembered.
Nobody remembers.
I assume that was actually why Vader was like, "Hold on, I have something to do. I have to do right now." And I was like, "Yeah, Vader's got it."
No.
Say that out loud? No, I wouldn't. Never. I just assume.
I don't even know where the damn list is even anymore.
Do you want to just say how many glass vials we have?
Here it is.
And
I
then we
found
can
it.
figure out the rest
Here
of it
is.
later.
I found it. Glass vials. It just says glass vials. It doesn't have a
We had
number.
You said that you would tell us how many we were allowed to take.
Yeah, we had to roll for it, didn't we?
For glass vials, it was as many as we could find.
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a d6, Millie.
Add an order die to it. Get it.
Yeah. Can I do that?
No.
No.
No. You have 5 vials. How many vials of
So
Hydra
I'll
blood
talk
do you
to
want?
I'll talk to my party. I'll be like, I'm pretty confident they're at least poisonous. So how many vials of blood do we want? Because we might be able to use this later.
Merc will blink and go, "If they're poisonous, go for the fangs. Extract the venom."
No, that's venomous. Remember, if it bites you, it's venomous. If you bite it and you die, then
Yes,
it's poisonous.
It bit Zurag, and then Zurag threw up. So that's venomous.
So it's
yes.
both.
So go extract the venom. I don't feel sick. Do I feel sick, Vader? Merc was eating a Hydra.
No, you don't feel sick.
Merc is
Well-
like, I feel fine, so it's not poisonous.
Okay, so it is venomous then. I want to collect some venom. That's all I know. I know this stuff is really potent. From my books. Anyone want to help me milk a Hydra?
Said I was
So to
there.
milk a Hydra, you're gonna need to make a survival or a nature check. Survival or nature.
Can I
yeah, I
guidance
said I
myself
was.
for a minute to have that?
You may guidance it.
And I was.
Okay,
I already
whoever
said
has
before
the
I
die.
was helping her out with that, and I am proficient at survival. So.
All right. So
Guidance
are
for
you
you, and then I am assisting him to help me milk it.
Are you making? Wait, hold on. Are you proficient in survival, Millie?
I don't even. That's a good question. I can't see my sheet because of the firewall.
Yes.
In
This won't
survival,
hamper
no, she is
anything.
not.
Technically, I've been
so
a part of it almost consistently fluid. The only thing that was this the one check.
So
So.
you cannot assist resting. They can assist you.
Okay, well we're guidance one way or the other,
Take
Alright.
an order die.
and an order die.
Alright.
So survival with advantage.
And a
And a
D4.
1d6.
Oh, and a D6.
Yep.
Oh,
Well-
that was 2 9s.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, that's still a good check.
Yeah,
Dirty 20.
That's really good. That's really good. Yeah. Dirty 20. You're able to milk the Hydra. I'll say you could get enough to fill 5 if you wanted to.
Let's go for it. We can clean them later.
Merc will call over. What do you do? Reptiles don't produce milk.
I think it's still the same term though. I think you can milk spiders. I think that's what they call it.
Spiders are
Yeah.
insects. They don't have milk.
They have venom. We've been over this. You can do it with snakes, you can do it with spiders, you can do it with hydras apparently too. That's fascinating.
Very hard.
Merc will like think for a second.
Very
He
hard.
goes, can we try something? Can I have one of those vials?
What do you plan to do with it before I give it to you?
I want to throw up into it.
So before we fill it? Or now?
I'm going to fill it with acid.
Okay. Here. And she'll pass it over.
Merc is gonna stare at the tiny vial. Hut, hut, and then see if this works. I love how big the cone is.
Why is it? It's not even a cone.
It's not. It's just a square.
Why is it doing that? Acid should be a line. So you are holding a small glass vial
I said what I
and
said.
trying to throw up acid into it.
You know when you pee into a cup, but you have too much pee.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's the day Merc's having.
Roll me a roll me 2 luck rolls and take the lowest.
Roll 1.
As like
Roll 2. Oh.
so yeah. Like that, like you're trying to fill up a water balloon with a hose turned on jet setting without putting it up against the hose. You let out this spout of acid. You not only ruin the glass, you also take your damage. You take 8 points of acid damage as you singe your whole hand.
Because I'm resistant to acid.
But then you take 4
Millie will just
damage.
sigh. Kind of put her hand to her face and just be like, I should not have given him the vial.
Now you have 4 vials.
Merc will call over. It did not work.
What the hell were you trying to do?
That's a good question.
Merc will go, I figured I could fill one up with acid, and we'd have acid on demand.
But hydra poison.
I mean, technically,
Yeah,
we
but
do have
acid.
acid on demand. You just have to barf it up on them.
That's
It's not in
disgusting.
a vial.
I don't want to do that.
Haven't we seen you do
You were
that
fine with it
just
before.
now?
I did it once when we were in danger and I was slipping around in muck.
The fact that you used up a use of that. The only use of the day.
I mean, technically, Merc has only been a Dragonborn for like a week, if that. So, new body, who dis?
I much preferred
Yeah.
being in the water, Merc will say as he sits down on a stump.
Millie will just be like, you bring that with us. Remember what you did.
Yeah, well, you didn't roll your -1 on your check.
19 then.
Changes everything. You actually failed.
I think we should take a look through all these tents and see if we see any. Obviously, they're not here, but something happened to them.
Any other tracks or anything?
Yeah. look for any kind
you
of
guys want to
sign.
position yourselves where you're gonna be?
And check this other big tent over here. See if I see
Cool.
sign of any
And then-
Do they
tracks
have
or
any
any.
glass fixtures?
What's that, Millie?
Do they have any glass fixtures?
We'll find out. Everybody, roll me an investigation.
Okay.
$15 for Adelaide.
17 for Rithik.
19 for Millie and a 9 for Zurag.
Okay. Zurag, you're checking out that pavilion there, or the like awning.
Yeah.
This seems to be just like an area where they would have like a communal dinner. There's a long table with benches. There is actually still bits of food scraps still on it, but flies are buzzing all around it, and some mold has begun to grow on some of the food.
Would he be able to then determine, like, this wasn't recent?
Yeah, it's
But it-
been a little while.
Yeah.
But I would assume if they left and had to leave in a hurry, if everything's out still.
Or they just got
Um,
attacked, but
Millie, you find in the hut that you're looking for glass vials, you do not find any glass, but you do find a lot of stone shards on the ground.
Like pottery? Or
No, like they look like pointed stone shards.
something that could be like a spearhead?
Spearhead or maybe an arrowhead.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up a couple.
All right. Give me a nature roll.
Okay.
yeah.
When you pick them up, they're actually not stone, but they're porous, all the same. But they're super lightweight, and look more bone-like. than
This is a
stone.
tooth? Or like animal bone?
It's in the shape of an arrowhead or a spearhead, so it looks like it has been carved, but it doesn't feel like stone when you actually pick it up.
If you were to compare it to one of Merc's scales,
You could actually, with Merc standing right there, you kind of look and it looks like they resemble his scales, but your scales aren't bone; they're scale. So while it looks similar, it is not the same. A Merc in your hut, you find again another hut that's been ransacked. This one, however, has someone in it.
no, let's fix that.
You strike down upon this person and they do not fight back. As you come around, you see that they're on a kneeling position. Their hands are flat on the ground. It's a lizard folk. And their head is like built, like bent down, almost like a silent prayer. And as you come around, like you take the necessary precautions, But that fight that you guys just had, albeit how quick it was, somebody would have heard it. So, especially the person right here on the edge of the water. As you come around, you see a puddle that has saturated into the ground, a dark spot at their knees, and you see that their throat is also slit. They are bowing their head in a, well, like I said, what looks like in reverence to a bit of a statuette in front of them. The statuette has been defaced and also beheaded. But it looks like it is the form of a winged creature.
Mark will kind of look around. Is the head anywhere? Like just nearby, like they knocked it over?
You do not see a head.
What kind of material is the idol?
Is the what?
The idol. What kind of material is it made out of?
Stone.
Mark will grab it, throw it in his pocket, grab the dead lizard folk by the back of its neck, and just start dragging it out.
Okay.
Toss the body out into the middle. Found another dead one.
When Millie's
And,
done in her tent, can she go out and medicine check the body?
Yep. As soon as I get through Ressig's hut.
Okay.
Ressig, you look in here, and inside you find tables, 2 tables, crafted out of wood, and shelves made out of wood with a number of jars with strange, like, colored liquid. Some of it yellowish, some of it kind of green. There's one that's even like a dark purple, almost black. But there are these large jars that adorn this whole thing, and at the head of the tables is a headdress of sorts. It's got feathers, red and black, that adorn the crown and go and kind of droop down around the sides. The mask itself is painted and carved with a strange looking face, almost a face in between a scream and a grin.
Desmond? Sorry.
It's not fucking
Weird
ominous
mask.
or anything.
There is a bowl of sorts sitting on a pedestal in the center of the two tables. Flies buzz around it in numerous amounts. And as you get closer in, you can smell the smell of decay.
Without touching anything, like any of these things, I'm gonna make one quick pass around, like walking around and looking at everything. I'm assuming the bowl is the source of the smell in here, or is there a hidden body somewhere? What's in the bowl?
It seems like you look in the bowl, and inside you find numerous organs and intestines. The bowl itself is filled with them, soaking in a strange viscous liquid. From the size of them, they seem to be of like full-grown humanoid shape.
I will go to the entry of the tent and just kind of flag people over to take a closer look at it with me, because it's all...
Why don't you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Alrighty then. Is this a poison thing?
No.
Okay.
Sounds like a mummification with honey.
A lunch thing.
Oh God.
Yeah. How hungry are you?
None of those options sound really good. That's a 12. No, 13.
12. A 13. So as you get closer and you notice what it is, and then like the smell, like finally, like the identity of the smell versus the visual identifier causes you to retch and almost vomit, but you're able to like hold it down as you stumble out here and wave everybody over.
Yeah.
Merc will drop the body he's carrying and go, okay, and just starts walking over.
Ready to go turn and walk over to him or to her.
Same with Millie. And she'll take this opportunity to throw her hair up in a ponytail and put a handkerchief around her face just in case there's something that she needs to look at.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
you could
I
just
will
eat.
give you that medicine check before you do.
Can I guidance it?
You wanted to look at that the
Yeah.
lizard folk, right? What
Yep,
are you
can
what
I-
are you what are you looking for?
Basically, I want to see like if I can get an estimation of how long ago he died,
Okay.
and if it was exclusively from slitting his throat, or if there was like some blunt force trauma somewhere, or anything like that. Basically, I just want to figure out 100% how he died, and a rough estimate of when he died.
Yeah. Yeah, you can give me medicine with guidance. That's fine.
One.
21. So this lizard folk has been dead for quite some time. With the kind of like looking at the the state of the body, the rigor mortis that is kind of set in, comparing that with the fact that Zurek found a lot of molded like food and stuff, you can tell that this person's died about within the last 2 weeks.
Okay. Does the body look dried out at all, like from the dry air?
Oh yeah. The body is it's crunchy when you try to move it.
Okay.
And but looking at it a little closer, the angle of the slit in its throat is not synonymous with somebody coming up behind you and cutting your throat. It's more synonymous with doing it yourself. It's a slight difference, but with that 21, you're able to see that the angle of which the blade would have gone in is synonymous with the self-inflicted wound.
As I'm walking over to the tent with Russ again, and I would relay that to everybody, I'd be like, I think that guy didn't die from someone else. I think he killed himself. The angle of the knife is just right for that. And she'll kind of like gesture with her hands, like if she was holding like an invisible knife, and like how she would, like if she were moving it across her hand, like like a couple inches away.
Merc will go, so they killed themselves?
One did.
Huh.
I can look at any of the other anybody else that might be here, but I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, Adelaide would have told them about the tribe leader sitting on the chair with his throat slit.
All seemingly went the same way. I find it hard to believe the tribe leader would kill himself, though.
Yeah, it doesn't look like. I mean, there was no like knife next to him, like he slit his throat, was it?
Nope. There was
Yeah,
no
well,
knife by the other one either.
Well, if I don't think he did, because wouldn't the weapon be right next to them if they killed themselves? Or, I mean, they could have killed themselves and somebody came and took the weapons, but
Merc, was there a knife or anything sharp next to this body? Or that body out there?
Merc would go, I didn't see one, just the shrine.
When I was investigating, would I have noticed any sort of, like, something underneath its nails? Like it tried to, like, slash at something? Or would I have not looked for that?
I mean, with that 21, we could say you check that out. Like you kind of, you're looking at it. No, like blood or skin or anything like that. Some dirt, but
Maybe somebody did come in after?
Merc will hold up the idol and goes, well, it looks like their god was defaced, so maybe they just killed themselves in shame, but used the same knife.
So I just passed it around?
Merc will go, yeah, that seems a little far-fetched even for one of my ideas, but, you got one good knife, you got one good knife, I suppose. Maybe it was some kind of sentient knife that went around stabbing and cutting throats.
Well, we've found 2 bodies. Let's see if we can find any more. But this tent here, it has a bunch of vials and bottles, and there's some intestines and innards rotting in a bowl, so it doesn't smell best. But I wasn't sure what to make of it. There's also a very weird headdress. Looks like a ceremonial thing. I didn't want to touch anything.
when Adelaide lived here, would she have heard anything like this? Like tribes just sacrificing themselves to their gods or killing themselves for some reason?
roll me either a history or a religion check. You were muted.
17, sorry.
17 for what? Which one?
Either plus 0 for both of them, so.
Well, it matters.
Oh, religion, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so tribes do, in fact, do sacrifices, but it's usually animal. These intestines and these organs being clearly taken from a humanoid, that is not something that is heard of in the tribes. That is more so akin with shamans. Shamans believe that power over the dead gives them almost the power to live forever.
Would Millie know what was in, like, the organs were floating in?
I mean, there's like a bladder, a long heart, intestines, a couple of nipples, for good measure.
Sheared
Gauge
off a few
nipples.
nipples.
Are those gauge nipples?
You always start with the nipples. It's the most important part.
Oh God.
I know I was in a cult, says Merc.
I was in a cult before. But yeah, Adelaide, this is synonymous with a shaman. And shamans do not owe affiliation to anybody but death and their want of power over it. So it looks like a shaman has recently done a ritual here.
I will kind of tell the group. I mean, now it looks like some kind of ritual was taking place here. I'm not sure, but it's just what it looks like. Maybe he killed all these people to complete the ritual.
Well, he would have had to convince them to kill themselves based off of what I've been seeing, but I don't know.
I'm not sure. I haven't. I'm not sure. I've never seen this before.
Mark will go, do we know what this tribe is at all?
Yes, and I will tell them. I'm sorry, I forgot what tribe was. Wait, the name?
That's cool. I wanted to rename him anyways. We'll call him. We'll just call him the. Come back to me on that.
Umbral Claw was the name you said before. But
Yeah, I wanted a different one. That one sucks.
we'll stick with that.
I don't know why this tribe of insert placeholder name here
Yes.
would kill themselves, but I cannot believe that the tribe insert placeholder name here did so.
Fuck all of you.
Well, maybe, I don't know. Anyone know anything about the chemicals on the wall? Maybe we can. I don't know. Maybe they're. This looks
I'm
ritualistic of some sort for sure, but we don't know where any of these chemicals came from.
I'm going to put out a very important question here. This is not Ifran's tribe, right, Adelaide?
No, it's not.
Muted.
Okay. So I'm going to throw out one suggestion. Merc will shrug. Fuck them. We leave. Not our problem.
Yeah. I mean, do you wanna?
Kind of.
What time is it? Waiter. It's like midday, mid-afternoon.
That is my least favorite question in all of Dungeons
Sorry.
and Dragons questions. Just tell me what you want to do. We don't. It doesn't matter what time it is, unless like you're waiting for like something to recharge or something like that.
Oh.
You just tell me what you want to do.
Should
If
we
it starts
take
to
a
get
rest
dark, I'll
here?
tell you.
Oh.
This would be a good place to camp, is kind of what I think is the thought.
This would be a good place to camp. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, it has a wall, it's got shelters.
I mean, as far as travel goes, you guys have only traveled maybe like 5 miles today. So if you just want to stop here and rest, you're wasting most of the day.
Okay.
Can Adelaide do another check to see which way to the town is? See if she can get a better look. Maybe.
Yeah, it'd be hard. It'd be hard to from here. You try to climb up some trees again if you want.
Yeah.
Adelaide, can you like turn into a bird?
Yeah, but I only have one charge of it, so I kind of don't want to use it.
Oh.
For this.
Survival.
Okay.
While she's doing that, and you guys are standing in front of this hut, please give me perception checks.
Nice. 21 for survival.
Okay. So you climb up a tree, and then now you can give me a perception check as well. But you need to leave the party to go find a tree. So like you need to go outside of camp, essentially.
Okay. How far do I need to go?
Further than your party can get to in one dash action. I'm just kidding. I mean, just outside of camp.
Oh, it's fine.
Just come to the edge here.
I was gonna go. What about this tree?
No, that's too short.
Okay.
You can see the tops. It's too short.
Perception is a dirty 20.
Okay.
12
That's
for
a 7.
Rezek.
11 for Millie
Okay.
and a 17 for Zureg.
All right. So, Adelaide, you climb up to the top of the tree. So you got a dirty 20?
Yeah.
Okay. As you climb up to the top of the trees once more and start looking around to see where you are and try to pinpoint a direction in which to go, you're kind of utilizing the way the sun has moved in the sky since the last time you looked. And you kind of tell where westward is facing, judging by the position of it. And you're looking out, and you see far distance from you, like maybe 5-6 miles. You see an opening in the trees that extends for a while. So it's like a clearing between trees, because you can see on the other side the trees continue. So it could be a path.
Okay.
And as you're up there climbing around, you guys are down here talking and still looking at this stuff. Zureg, as you are in this hut with all this stuff around, all these jars with liquid and stuff floating in them, the center bowl, and that weird like mask on the wall that has like this carved face of like a scream, but like also like a sinister grin, and red and black feathers adorning its headdress. Its mouth is like wide open, and in the center, as you like kind of look at it, you have to like double take at it, as you could have swore that you saw something blink, like an eyeball blink. And then as you double take again, you just catch it as it closes its lid and fades.
I think we're being watched. I take it with all the crap around here, you wouldn't be able to smell anything different either, right?
Correct. But as you turn around, the 5 people standing there, kind of just giving you a weird glance. Then you realize that there shouldn't be 5 others standing there. It's just 4 of you here in this hut. As you turn and you see the 2 bodies of the undead lizard folks standing there, their eyes wide open and glowing like bluish, and they just moan as you hear a voice comes from their throats instead of their mouths.
What sweet sweetness joins my jungle? Oh, sweet flesh shall be laid bare. A sacrifice you shall be. Amongst my pets shall you remain.
And the voice fades, and these creatures lunge at you. And that is where we will end tonight's session. With Adelaide in the tree.
Somewhere.
Further than any
God.
dash actions would get you. Zombies.
I just went to the corner of the place. I mean, I guess fine. You gotta find a tree. Oh, makes sense.
Yeah, we could have found a tree when we were going to leave. like not now.
All I know is
So-
we turned the swamp water red with blood.
You
So-
did. You did. Awesome Hydra fight, everybody. Cool tag team tactics going on there. That was awesome. That was awesome. I had a fun time. I hope you guys had a fun time. And I hope we continue to have a fun time as you guys fight shaman risen zombies.
Groovy.
Yeah, but Merc's
As
wearing armor now. It doesn't feel right.
As I was helping
what?
Millie harvest her bits from the Hydra, could I have gotten my hand axe back?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's a little melty.
It's a little hot, yeah.
Just worked it a bit.
If we would have needed to cauterize the necks, could I have could I have used fireball or bolt to heat up, let's say Zerag's axe in that instance, or something like that to help cauterize, or would I just have to pray my tiny little bolt of fire could do something?
Roll me a intelligence check there, Millie. No. You know nothing. You have no idea. No, Firebolt would not have worked that way. And you don't know if fire had any effect at all.
Okay.
All right. Well, that is us for tonight. We did it. We made it. Everybody, high five each other. There you go. Self high fives for everybody. Give that dog a high five. Give that.
What the dog doing?
All right.
What the
What the
dog
dog doing? But from my house to yours and to everybody who was watching, thank you very much. We are Dice Orderly Decisions. We do this stuff quite often, so come check us out. We do Storm Kings on, or Reign of Storms rather, on Sunday. You can catch us jumping between Elderwin and Primrose on Mondays. And then we are all over the place. Sometimes we're in Orcanis, or sometimes we're in the Rime of the Frost Maiden on Wednesdays. But come check us out. Hang out with us. Watch these guys get into all types of shenanigans where I get to throw creepy crawlies at them. I am Vader the Mad, your humble DM. And for us here at Disorderly Dice Decisions, I say good night.
Bye!
Good night,
night.
everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.